Kibabii University hosts the second International Interdisciplinary Conference. The event has been scheduled to kick off from Wednesday 14th to Thursday 15th of this month. Under the theme, Innovation, Research and Knowledge for Global Competitiveness and Sustainable Development, the conference shall attract several national as well as international university scholars who shall present their research findings from different academic disciplines in the wide field of academia. The conference is normally held annually with different themes for research purposes. Moreover, it provides an avenue for scholars from different parts of the globe to share, interact, exhibit their vast knowledge for research in the ever-evolving academic field.
Why the international conference at Kibabii University? The reason is if you look at our vision and mission statements, you will realize that we are aiming at being a university of science, technology and innovation. And we also want to do this at global level. We are a university which is international in nature. And therefore, one other challenge we have is that our university is not known, and we want to have it known. It's really like a major platform to make it known. So we are doing these things with that major objective, so that we make sure that the university is known, and particularly for its leading in the research, innovation and technology, as well as extension issues.
Okay, and everything that we do, either in this country, within the world, is all based on research. And technology is improving now every day. And for you to do anything, you must have to look at what is it that is happening. And that is what we call research. You have to do some scientific investigations. That was forms part of the research. And it's out of what you get, the findings from the research, that will inform you, either in terms of making policies or coming up with the design of things that you want to use. So research as a university is very important because, one, it creates knowledge, new knowledge. It drives the objectives of the university that you have. And number two, you also get informed.
This year, the conference shall witness presentations of research on paradigm shift in access and management of education for societal development. Education is the most fundamental sector for the growth of any society. Having been held with high esteem, education is the key to success.
One of the challenges that we face is funding. And I want to appreciate the effort of National Research Fund, which is by the government, but we feel the funds are not enough. We need funding to be able to go and do research in our culture. We need funding to be able to go and do research beyond our borders. We cannot just do research indigenous. We also need to know what are the other regions like Uganda, Tanzania, South Africa, which is very advanced in their research. So one of the challenges is funding. Two, technology. Technology is on the high rise. Obviously, ICT, computer technology, laboratories, we need standard laboratories with the equipment that is of the standard. This is one weakness as a Kibabii University. We wish we could get donors and supporters to improve our technological standards in the laboratories, in the computer, and other machines that can be to the standard to be able to catch up with the research requirements that are in the standards of the world. Yeah. The other weakness is human power, where we need to train our people. A trained staff, if we can train our young people to take them to Europe or Asia, China, where they can get the skills, the up-to-date skills, so that they can come back home and disseminate these research skills amongst our people. So we need to train our people. And the number, the group of researchers is very limited. And if we can give an example, people with PhDs or doctorate and postdoctoral degrees are few. But we believe that if we can put in effort with the support of donors, the government, and then we can be able to get a big group or reservoir of human resource who can push forward research in our nation. The other aspect, I think, is the aspect of internet, well, which is really important. We look at what Cambridge is doing, the funding we get from the US, USAID. If we can get funding and the internet facilities, that we can get knowledge, e-journals from Europe, America, Asia, this can also improve. This is one of the challenges that we are facing.
The 21st century has witnessed a number of trends and challenges with the reference to university education. The field of academia is quite dynamic and evolving. As a matter of fact, this year's conference shall handle this phenomenon.
First of all, welcome to the Directorate of Research, Consultancy and Extension. This is one of the directorates of Kibabii University that has got a very important mandate to be able to coordinate research, consultancy, and extension activities in the university. At Kibabii University, we take research very, very seriously because we are well aware that research plays a significant role in driving development. We want to inform our development agenda by quality research outcomes, and that is very good. Okay, one, in fact, if you look at the policy on research, the government one, or even our Vision 2030, research has been given a lot of emphasis by the government, but still they are not living to that. They are saying at least 10% of the GDP should be given to the research and development. However, that's not what is happening. It's about 2% that is being shared amongst all the universities. So one of my recommendations was, even as the government is looking at funding other aspects of the universities, they need to look at how much they should improve on research. I do realize and recognize and appreciate what the government is doing in terms of at least enhancing the research at the universities. We have the NACOSTI, and now they are going to a branch that we are calling the National Research Fund, who are supposed to be looking at how they can give some money to the universities for research, but still it's not going to their level. My recommendation would be that the government should focus more on the upcoming universities, whether public or private, and empower the scholars through funding for research. Once they take off, it will be even easier for the government because they'll be just spending little to these people. Because the moment now you're an established scholar and a researcher, you'll now be attracting funds. And in that case, you'll also be helping the upcoming scholars or young researchers to get to that level. You'll be doing capacity building and capacity development. So that's my recommendation, that the government should put more emphasis on funding the universities, especially the ones that have a lot of challenges. Sometimes I find it funny when you hear the public saying that there's no research you are getting from the universities. Research is very expensive in terms of infrastructure, in terms of resources. And if you don't have that, you cannot do any research. Yeah, so I think for a start, the government, and I'm sure they are willing to do that, they can be serious and say, okay, this is what you're going to do for the universities, whether public or private universities. Yeah.
Sustainable development is not only key, but also acts as a bedrock of progress in any civilized society. Besides, computing and informatics are essential in the day-to-day running of the societal economy. Though perceived as an emerging trend, science and technology has boosted both national and global security. For a long period of time, women have been looked down upon as a weak gender. This stereotype has negatively impacted on women, especially in the job market, where they are discriminated against by their male counterparts. Consequently, low production as well as low social progress has been the norm. The world is steadily becoming a global village, courtesy of technological advancement. Lately, there has been an increase in agricultural productivity and marketing systems through science, technology, and innovation. Besides, dynamics in global trade, investment, and sustainable development have been enhanced.
To share a range of ideas around a number of issues in the conference, and that at the end of it we will say yes, I think we had value for money for this conference because it's important for us. I think that would be great.
To share with them, with not only other colleagues, for publication, for the public, for industry, for consumption. So the most important highlight thing. And I expect many guests to come, which have formed linkages. I expect to hear many new stories in the research innovation front. Yes, those are some.
We are expecting to have scholars across the country, outside the country, because we have international scholars who are coming, and it will be quite interesting because we'll have that time for those 2 days to share the ideas in our different disciplines. So that's one of the things that we're expecting, and out of this, I'm sure people have some questions and answers and also sharing experiences. We are really looking forward to see what other people have. You know, when you have visitors, you can learn from them and they can also learn from you. So I think there's quite a lot that we'll get from this week that is ahead of us from the conference. And in fact, I would really encourage our students to come, listen. Maybe they'll also learn on how the conferences are done, what goes through the conference, because I'm sure some of us don't know. They just hear about conferences. Even for the scholars, the young scholars, we are all inviting, so that we're inviting all of them to come, listen, ask questions, get ideas. It's an opportunity. And it's come at home, because it's very expensive to attend a conference, but now it's here at home with us, and it's timely. It's just towards the end of the academic year, and the semester is about to end. So I don't think whether it's something that is so nice to close a semester with like having a conference that we have. Yes. So I would like to welcome every person for this conference, and I'm sure at the end of the day we'll have something to say. Yes, it was a nice time well spent. So thank you.
We as Kibabii, we are well prepared to welcome our visitors, to interact with them in knowledge, creation, innovation, and research findings. We have our postgraduate students. As professors, we are cooperating with our students. We will put our students forward. They will be the presenters, we will be seated there. But we are the supervisors. We want our students to have the feel of the international conference. They will contribute part of their research findings in their master's program, in their PhD programs, and even the undergraduates, their projects, they will be presenting. We will also listen to our visitors will come from the international world to learn and to interact with them, the knowledge that they will give us. We are welcoming all of us, the industrial world, the business world, and the farmers. You're welcome to come and see new technologies, new innovations, and new ideas that are on the market. We also welcome our counterparts, the parastatals, the research stations. You're welcome to Kibabii. Come and share with us. Come and hear what we have. We want to interact, have a fellowship of knowledge. Karibu to Kibabii. Thank you.